Good morning, everyone. All right, thank you so much. Good morning. We want to make sure we stay on time so we get you all on your way at 8:30. Welcome to Minds of All Kinds, where we celebrate our mission to transform lives by addressing the holistic, academic, social, emotional, and mental health needs of the neurodiverse. For those of you that don't know my story, my son Parker started at Franklin Center in the 7th grade. Like many of the people in this room, we were looking for a place for him to belong and to feel celebrated, and we certainly found that place. For 8 years later, Parker has graduated from the academy and is now in his 2nd year of the capstone program. For many of you, saw him greeting people at the front door with his other capstone participants. For those of you that know Parker, this is a huge milestone because for many years he spent time sprinting away from you, and now he is shaking hands and almost hugging some of his nearest and dearest. This creative, collaborative, and powerful work comes in many different forms and sizes throughout our building on any given day. It could be a therapy client with their one-on-one therapist playing Uno in the lobby, working on number skills and relaxing their body. It could be 2 middle school students laughing in the hallways, a young adult sitting down with a staff member to work on their resume, a teacher and a classroom behavioral therapist swapping ideas on how to modify curriculum for a particular student, a team of therapists sharing exciting new tools. What all these scenes have in common are that they showcase our core values of collaboration, creativity, courage, and most importantly, the celebration of the neurodiverse. This morning, we center on ways in which we are better together. At Franklin Center, this idea is not a feel-good theme, it is an operational reality. Every day, more than 100 staff members, specialists, and outside partners work together to create wraparound support that empowers our students and clients to grow and transform. This morning, we're going to explore the powers of the community both inside and outside our walls. But before we begin, I would be remiss if I didn't thank you, our amazing partners. This work is not possible without the support of our Board of Trustees, our dedicated donors and sponsors, and our passionate staff. So we are grateful for our amazing sponsors, of whom many are longtime supporters. Our legacy sponsors include Robert and Terry Crosby, John and Mary Ursu, Blue Dot, brought to you by John and Amy Higgins. We have our platinum sponsors of Capstone, of Custom Rock, Tennant Company, Martin and Leanne Gerber, and Jan and Rich Pogue. In addition, we have many other sponsors at the gold, silver, and bronze level. Thank you so much for making this breakfast possible and for your critical support in helping us transform lives. I also want to thank our Board of Trustees for their time, passion, and commitment to the Franklin Center, as well as the Minds of All Kinds Committee for their hard work in planning this event. We had many parents and board members that worked tirelessly in support with Lizzie Esposito, who planned this amazing event. So thanks to Lizzie for her dedication and her first Minds of All Kinds. I want to thank my amazing staff, and this is the moment you're all going to love me for. If my staff could all stand up, these are the people that do the work, and we have over 112 in the building, and we bring them each and rotate them through so they can see it. But thank you to these amazing people that do the work. These are my true inspirations. They inspire me daily, and you'll hear from several of them later this morning. And lastly, thank you for being here. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day to learn more about what the Franklin Center does and to understand how we transform lives through our mission. Now, enjoy your breakfast, and I will be back in a few minutes to kick off our program. Welcome back. I hope everyone had a nice time enjoying your breakfast. Feel free to keep eating while we dive into the program, but I want to make sure that we are on time and respectful of your day. So I will begin by highlighting the work we do and why we do it. At Franklin Center, I've mentioned at the beginning, our mission is to transform lives through academic, social, emotional, mental health needs of the neurodiverse. And we do that through 5 key program areas. Franklin Academy is our accredited K through 12 school. That has about 90 students in it, and it focuses really on teaching the individual and focusing on what their needs are and supporting them across all of the components of our mission. Franklin Therapy is a comprehensive licensed therapy program, and that has 4 different avenues to it. There's outpatient therapy, family consultation, which is a service to support families that have been on our wait list for too long in the home to help them give some relief to what they do. And then we have our one-on-one registered behavior therapists that work individually with clients that are deemed medically necessary support in skill building. And then we have Franklin Capstone, our adult program, which has about 35 participants. This is a program that is for participants from 18 to 28, and it's really based on building life skills, employment skills, and helping them reach their goal in independent living, whatever that may look like. They do a lot of this work in the community, so you'll hear more about that later today. And we have the wraparound supports of Camp Franklin, which is our summer program, and Franklin Enrichment, which is our after-school program. So Camp Franklin is all summer for our students and community students. About 30% of the people that attend are from the community at large. We do academics in the morning, and then we do fun in the afternoon. And so fun can be anywhere from cooking or big city adventure and field trips around the city to Legos and cardboard box building. There's a lot of different varieties there. Our enrichment program is our after-school program for our students that includes the infamous Dungeons and Dragons and Lego Club. Also our unified partnership with BREC for our sports. We'll hear more from some of our athletes later this morning. Our programs come together in many different ways, but collaboration and partnership are foundational to the holistic approach. And our purpose in gathering here today is to ensure that these life-changing services are accessible to the families that need them, regardless of their financial circumstances. As I was preparing for this morning, or truly procrastinating from writing my speech, I decided to venture outside as it was a beautiful spring day, and I was thrilled to see that many of the teachers and therapists had also taken advantage of the day. It was one of the days that we have our partnership in the building for our gym classes. So CJ from the cellar room was working outside with the lower school kids, and he teaches them martial arts to understand how their bodies work and how they can maneuver different muscles to be more conscious of where their bodies are. And along with them were our gym teacher, Austin, who is here today, and classroom behavior therapists, one-on-one therapists. There was the whole community supporting this and helping each child figure out how to make those movements work for them. And what was most fun is the enthusiasm and enjoyment of our staff cheering on the kids to do what they do best. It was a simple moment, one so common around the building that it could have easily been overlooked. But the level of seamless teamwork has become our baseline. It's the quiet choreography of caring experts who each know their role because they are all moving towards the same goal, the holistic education of kids and young adults with neurodiversities. I'm super excited to dive into this morning's program and give the stage to the wonderful staff, students, and participants who represent our community. We are trying something a little different this year in that we are involving many of our students and participants in today's stage performance, so I'm very excited to get to see them in action and to share them with you. First, we'll showcase a video about the partnerships we do. We are deeply value the collaborations with organizations like McPhail Center for Music, One Love Yoga, the Cellar Gym, and Breck School. Many of those representatives are in the room today. And after that, Sarah McCarrum will share, she's our Academy Program Manager, and she'll talk more about what it is that our holistic approach is. She'll talk more about that in detail and how we really have a village supporting the kids. Then we'll look beyond the building with a video supporting our capstone students as they walk out into the community. And Mike Faith, our director of our capstone program, or our adult learning, and Sarah Canoplo will share the philosophy behind the approach. And then you'll meet some members of our student council, Alex and Addison, as they highlight how high school leaders execute memorable events from Spirit Week to food drives within the walls of our community to create a community among the students. And lastly, and they'll be joined by Steve Hall, parent and board member and soon to be chair of the board. And we'll talk about how you can help us support the great work that we do on any given day. So without further ado, please turn your attention to the screens, enjoy the video and the rest of the show. Thank you for being here.
In our enrichment programs, we prioritize building relationships with organizations and our partners in our communities in order to expand our students' experiences and help them step outside of their comfort zones. It has been incredibly rewarding to watch students try something new. I watched a student catch his first fish with Wilderness Inquiry over the summer, conquer a fear by holding a snake with Creature Feature, or cope with a tough loss in Special Olympics.
It's really important that we have this partnership with McPhail. The students really like to show their creative expression through music. There's different skills that we work on, making a steady beat, mindfulness. The music really gives our students that time to regulate.
Community partnerships expand learning opportunities beyond the classroom by giving students real-world experience. This can foster a sense of belonging, curiosity, and independence in our students. One example that stands out is a student who has truly thrived through our partnership with BREC and Special Olympics. Through this partnership, this student has been a consistent participant in our Unified Special Olympics programs. Over time, I have watched this student grow not only as an athlete, but also as a leader. They consistently show up with enthusiasm and willingness to try. Through the BREC partnership and Unified Sports, this student has built genuine relationships and friendships with peers. Their growth and confidence, leadership, and empathy is a powerful example of how community partnerships can create meaningful opportunities for students to connect, belong, and succeed in the community.
Yeah, One Love Yoga and The Cellar are community partners that we have built a relationship with and have collaborated with to provide our students the opportunity to be exposed to certain physical activities that they wouldn't have access to otherwise.
Martial arts are always important for kids, developing discipline, a sense of community, and a sense of camaraderie in these classes as you're growing. Transformative powers of martial arts are for everyone, and we're here to prove that.
To see what yoga does for them, it's magic. We talk every day about using our breath to calm ourselves, and then we do a lot of moving around and practicing different yoga poses. They love to show off what they can do.
Our partnerships make Franklin Center better by our students getting to learn through other teachers and generalizing those skills of learning and listening to other adults and teachers.
Seeing students engage in things that fill their cup is always rewarding. Getting to see the students accomplish something of interest to them and to see the pride that they feel in themselves for doing it is always a highlight.
We are very grateful for the community partners that we currently have. Their dedication to our kids is really inspiring to see. We are really excited about finding more in the future as well.
All right, good morning. I'm Frederique Schmidt, and I am the Dean of Community Engagement at BREC, just down the road. and I am just really excited to be here with everybody this morning. This is a very special morning, and I am really honored to be celebrating this partnership between Franklin Center and Breck, because we love it, I think, as much as you guys love it. So this is great. And with me up here, two teammates. We have JP Lamb.
Hey everyone.
Franklin student, and we have Jasper Thompson from Breck.
Hello.
Okay, well, before we really jump into questions, I just have to ask you, JP, in that video we just watched, Miss Chloe was talking about a student in Unified who's really grown. Was she talking about you?
I think so, right?
I think so
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. You really have gotten so involved in Unified sports. Can you tell everybody what sports do you play?
I play in for the Unified. I play in basketball, flag football, and bowling. But I also do track.
And you are doing track right now, right?
Yeah. The track meet is this Saturday for anyone who wants to come.
Good luck. And Jasper, what Unified sports have you played?
So I've been part of the Unified basketball team for this was my 4th year, and I'm part of the Breck baseball team. I got the pleasure of playing with Ray, who's somewhere here, but
Yeah.
yep.
Well, I am curious, and I'm sure a lot of folks here are wondering, what is one of your favorite parts of Unified sports?
One of my favorite parts is how well we work together as a team. Like, teamwork and, like, how we work together is just truly amazing.
I agree. I think we have really great chemistry. Yeah.
I would agree.
Jasper, how about you? What's one of your favorite things?
Yeah, JP kind of touched on it, but I think just being a part of such an inclusive team and such a fun, positive team has been something that I've always been able to look forward to. And just kind of build skills that I can take with me outside of the Unified basketball team.
Thank you. I'm wondering, JP, can you tell us what it's like to play alongside Breck students on a team?
It feels so amazing because, like, everyone's always there for each other, and just no matter if it's a win or a loss, everyone has each other's backs.
That's great. Jasper, same question. What is it like to play alongside Franklin Center students?
Yeah, it's awesome. As evidenced by JP, we have a really, really positive, fun team. And I think, again, it's just like values, learning how to be positive even when we go through some tough losses has been really awesome. And the Franklin players are great examples of that.
What is something that you feel proud of that's come from your Unified participation?
I am proud because I'm proud of, like, before I wasn't into team sports, because before team sports, I noticed people weren't working together. But when I came to Franklin and once I joined Unified, I noticed everyone worked together more. So I'm just proud of all our teamwork and progress we've made.
So you really weren't into team sports before you started Unified.
No, but now I am because everyone works together better at Unified.
That's fantastic. And so Jasper, how about you? What is something that you're proud of that's come out of your participation in Unified sports?
Yeah, so if you have been to some of our basketball tournaments, you'll know that we play some really, really tough teams. And I've always been really, really proud of how, no matter the score or how much we might be losing by, our team is very, very positive, and we're always there for each other. So I'm really proud of that. And additionally, we graduated a lot of Breck seniors and a couple of Franklin seniors last year off of the basketball team. And I've been really proud of how the Franklin team has been able to make an impression on Breck so that we have a huge group of Breck students now that'll last a good few years. So I'm really proud of that.
That's great. I am also really proud of your leadership, both of you, because both of you, they didn't mention, but they're both captains. And so to see you both grow over 4 years, and when you started not being lukewarm about team sports to being a captain and leading other students, that growth has been awesome to see. So thank you both, and thank you for your answers. I just want to shout out these guys a little bit more. You saw in the video that the teamwork that these guys talked about and what Miss Chloe talked about is really, it's palpable. We have so much fun, whether we're coming from behind and keeping our spirits up, or we are celebrating a win. And when we celebrate, we really celebrate. We have a really good time. And I am just delighted by this mutually collaborative and beneficial partnership. It's been going on for several years, and I'm really excited to work with our Franklin cohort, the staff, the students, Chloe, to evolve this program into the future and grow it, hopefully. I think that a good partnership is exactly what this should be. And in my role, I work with a lot of different community organizations and some other schools. This partnership is so special because we are breaking down barriers. We're creating a community that is inclusive, that sees every student for who they are, supports them for who they are, and celebrates them for who they are. And I am just extremely proud of that work. So thank you to all of the staff at Franklin for this partnership. We are honored. And I think we should just applaud these student leaders, these athletes again.
Thank you.
And then Sarah McCarram is coming on up,
Thank you, everyone.
program manager for Franklin Academy.
Wow. Good morning. Hello. I'm Sarah McCarram, the Academy Program Manager at Franklin. Thank you for being here today. I am truly grateful for your presence and the role each of you play in our community. It's what makes this place so special. So I've been in the education world for about 15 years. And throughout my career, I've worked with a variety of students, some with special needs, others facing unimaginable challenges, trauma, housing, food insecurity. And in each setting, I tried to create a bubble of safety for them. But I was often a one-woman show. Over time, I realized that I could create a safe space within my four walls, but I couldn't change the fact that the system itself wasn't designed for these kids. I knew I needed to find a place where I didn't have to choose between teaching the books and caring for the child. That journey led me here. At Franklin Academy, we believe that education isn't just about what happens in a textbook. It's about nurturing the entire human being. What we just saw on that screen, the calm of a yoga session, the joy of a music therapy class, these moments aren't just nice to have. They are essential elements of a holistic education, which is what I'm here to discuss today. When I think of a holistic education, I think of an important life lesson that I learned when my daughter was born. I remember being so caught up with Googling what she should be doing, comparing her to other kids and other babies in my life, and my pediatrician told me one thing that I needed to hear. Don't worry about the milestones. Focus on the basic needs. Is she sleeping? Is she eating? Is she safe? Keeping my attention on loving and nurturing my new baby was exactly what I needed to do. Yet in a school setting, we often do the opposite. We stress standards and assessments and forget that a child cannot function if they are sensory overloaded or in a constant state of fight or flight. People often ask me what makes our model different. And I like to say that in the traditional education system, the mold is a tin pan. It's rigid. If students don't fit, they break. But the mold at Franklin, it's silicone, it's bendy, it's flexible, and it's designed to wrap around that child's quirks, their interests, and their authentic selves. If a student needs to pace around the classroom to concentrate, we let them pace. If they need to wear noise-canceling headphones or use a pick pad to regulate their anxiety, we celebrate their advocacy. All these accommodations and modifications don't lessen the curriculum, they level the playing field. Because the truth is, our students face enough tough challenges with mental health, executive functioning, and social dynamics. These challenges don't have a quick fix. And while we don't always have the answers, we can listen. We can bring different perspectives, unpack beliefs, and fill their toolbox with important skills. and we do this work together. Adults help children learn how to work through their feelings, take deep breaths alongside them, and take a stroll through the hallways together. We focus on co-regulation, which is about doing with and not doing to. Of course, doing this work requires exceptional support and collaboration. As I discovered, I can't do this all by myself. That is why at Franklin, no teacher is on an island. For any given student, there's a village of up to 15 people. Teachers, mental health therapists, behavior specialists, occupational therapists, speech language pathologists, all working together as a team to champion the child. While a teacher focuses on a lesson, the classroom behavior therapist can dive deep in the why behind a behavior. We recognize that children behave because they have to. Behaviors are actions that emerge from feelings, thoughts, and memories. They have purpose, which we often need to remind ourselves that does not mean on purpose. When another school might label a student's action as task avoidance and hand out a punishment, our team sees a sensory barrier or a lack of confidence and hands out a tool. This amount of support gives us the most precious gift in education, the freedom to slow down. I always remind our teachers, you have the autonomy to create a lesson plan based on your class interests. Take a much-needed movement break. Play that game of Uno. This is a gift to everyone, and it truly makes a difference. I see the impact day after day, and it isn't measured only in grades or test scores. It's the parents who tell me, for the first time in years, my child is jumping out of bed in the morning to go to school. It's the family who finally has their evenings back because they're no longer rushing around to 3 different therapy appointments. Success for me is the student that shows up in a red clown nose or in cat face paint on any given day because they feel brave enough to be themselves. And to this we say, meow, good morning. And we keep going, because here you don't have to hide who you are. This spring, we are proud to be graduating 12 seniors, the biggest class we've seen yet. Many of them have been with us for years, and when they first started, they couldn't imagine a world where they fit in. But now, when I see them laughing with friends in the hallway, and I greet them on their way to class, they stand real and proud. This is a direct result of what happens when we stop asking children to navigate the world on their own. It's what happens when a teacher's creative spark is backed by a behavior therapist's insight, a principal's yes, and a parent's trust. It's also what happens when we have the support of people like you. Our purpose here today is to raise money for Franklin Center programs, and your donation is what keeps that silicone mold flexible. It funds those 15-person teams, the sensory tools, the specialized therapies that are integrated directly into the school day. You are providing the resources that allow us to say yes to each child's unique way of learning. Franklin Academy is not just a school. We are a place that proves when you stop trying to force a child into a tin mold, they don't just manage. They thrive and they lead. They become exactly who they were always meant to be. And when I look at our seniors, I'm reminded of the most important truth we teach here today. This world was meant for you too. Thank you. Now, please turn your attention to the screens, where we'll watch a video about Capstone's volunteer program and Social Fridays. Following the video, I invite Mike Faith and Sarah Canoplo to the stage.
Capstone program is a post-secondary education program where we help young adults develop real-life work skills in order to build towards independence and general quality of life. Today, we are at PRISM. This is one of our 5 different volunteering sites where we bring our participants and have them help out their community.
So volunteer work is super important because it's getting the participants ready for future employment and competitive employment, but it is also helping them with their day-to-day living skills. So the skills that they're really working on are those interpersonal skills. Even if someone comes in and they say, I don't want to work with people in the workplace, no matter what, you have to work with people. We actually have specific goals set for each of the participants, as well as we work together to create like a goal as a group. So today, the group goal was to try new things. So everybody is like trying to do a task here that they have never done before.
It's important to volunteer to help people out.
I'm always there what they need me for.
My favorite is we put the egg tray in a box. I love being on Capstone.
It's a lot of fun working with the Capstone volunteers. They're always very willing to attack anything that we ask them to do. They all help move the food shelf forward.
It's really amazing the growth that I've seen. They're a lot more independent. They're cooperating with others. They're able to follow directions and do tasks. Multiple of them have had jobs.
So we volunteer at Prism, we volunteer at the Doubletree, the YMCA, Shalom, which is a nursing home, Second Harvest Heartland.
We have about 150 volunteers that support with delivering food, data cleanup, you name it, we probably have someone that does it. I really appreciate all the work the Capstone volunteers do for our organization. We couldn't do the work without them.
We're just volunteering. We do this every Tuesday morning here at Second Harvest Heartland. I like helping other people.
What's the best part about volunteering here?
The popcorn machine with the best popcorn.
Every day is a new experience. I've never come into volunteering and had it be the same day twice. I can say that every single one of our volunteer shifts is fun and exciting.
Social Friday's main goal is to provide them those opportunities to socially interact outside of a school setting, and also to push them to try new things and practice those skills to make friends, interact with people in various environments, try new things, knowing they have a place where they can come and be themselves, be awkward, be messy, unmask, essentially, I think is really, really important for them. They've identified individual social skills that they want to work on. To see them gradually get better is really, really amazing to see.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Michael Fate, and I'm the Director of our Adult Programming and Employment Services at the Franklin Center. With me today is Sarah Canoplo, one of our many rock stars in the Capstone program. Sarah, how do you feel about being here?
Awesome.
Awesome. One of us has printed our notes for this speech. One of us is just going right off the fly. I'm nervous enough for both of us. We'll hear more from Sarah in a minute. I'll be okay? Thank you, I appreciate that. What you just saw in that video is not extra at Capstone. It's not a reward, and it's not filler. It is the work. If our goal were simply to keep young adults busy, then we could probably do a lot more inside our four walls. We could make things tidier, easier, more predictable, and probably a lot less expensive. But that is not our goal. Our goal is to help young adults build lives that are real, lives that include work, responsibility, relationships, confidence, contribution, belonging. And if that is the goal, then adulthood has to be practiced where adulthood actually happens. It has to be practiced on the streets, in the stores, on public transportation, in workplaces, in unfamiliar environments with unfamiliar people, and in communities that do not automatically bend themselves to your comfort. And sometimes that practice goes even further. Every year we take overnight summer trips, and for many of our participants, it's the first time they've ever been anywhere overnight without their parents. Sarah, how do you feel about the overnight trips?
I'm excited for the summer overnight trips. It is my second time to go on my own. I love the hotels and the comfortable beds.
Yeah, they do have nice, comfortable beds. Hotel breakfasts are nice too, yeah. Sarah's joining me this morning because she reflects that ideal. She volunteers, she works at our front desk, She goes on pretty much every community-based event that we have. And so when I talk about the importance of the community, I'm not talking about it some sort of vague, philosophical, educational abstract. I'm talking about the activities and the events that make lives like Sarah more enjoyable and more meaningful. Thank you, Sarah. And one successful experience is good, but one successful experience is not enough. What builds confidence is doing something again, and then again, and then in a slightly different context, with coaching, with support, with some mistakes, and with better judgment the next time. That is how a young adult moves from anxiety to familiarity, from feeling overwhelmed to being capable, from needing prompting to taking initiative. That is how they build lifelong skills. And that's important because Capstone is not a forever program. Sarah, do you think you'll ever be done with Capstone one day?
No!
That's not the line.
Not until I'm 28. Okay. I love Capstone.
We love you too. Capstone is important. It can be transformative, but it's still a chapter, a bridge, a launch point. And I think something else important happens when we do work in the community, because our participants change, yes, but the community changes too. Volunteer coordinators change, employers change, neighbors change, city leaders change. People stop seeing neurodiverse young adults as abstractions or something that simply needs to be managed somewhere out of sight. They begin to see them as contributors, as workers, as neighbors, as citizens, as friends. Through Disability Perspective Roundtables and ongoing conversations with the city leaders of Golden Valley, our participants, like Sarah, have had the chance not just to be part of the community, but to actively shape how that community thinks about access, belonging, and inclusion. Because it's one thing to say people belong, but it's quite another to actually give them a seat at the table. So, to that end, Sarah, can I ask you a few more questions?
You bet.
Okay. Can you tell the crowd what are some of your favorite things to do in the community with Capstone?
I like to go Friday outings. And I like to explore new places that I've never been.
Cool. And you also help at the front desk. What do you do to help out at the front desk?
I deliver packages to much everyone at Franklin.
Yeah, it's quite a sight to see with Sarah holding like a 50-pound package up the stairs. And you volunteer at Prism, Shalom, and Doubletree. Can you talk about what you've done at each of those places?
Sure. At Prism, I sort clothes, and I hang them up on the hangers.
You do what?
I sort hangers.
You sort hangers, okay.
Yep.
What about Shalom? What do you do there?
At Shalom, I play bingo with the residents.
Yep. Clean tables. And then at Doubletree, what do you do at Doubletree?
At Doubletree, I work in the laundry room. I fold towels and washcloths. And I work with a big laundry machine.
Yeah, big laundry machine. Can you tell them a little bit about what you like about Social Fridays?
What I like about Social Fridays is exploring new places, making new friends.
And then lastly, what are a couple things that you feel proud of about yourself?
That I'm more confident and brave as usual.
Good. As usual. Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome.
All of the work that we do and all of the work that I've described today takes human beings. It takes staff who can support, coach, encourage, and help young adults do more for themselves. And that is why this event matters. Because tuition alone does not cover the full cost of this kind of programming. Donor support helps create the staff, structures, and opportunities that allow participants like Sarah to move beyond the building and into fuller adult lives. So when you give to Franklin Center, and I hope you do, you are not just funding activities. You are helping fund that bridge between support and adulthood. You are helping make possible those repetitions, the opportunities, the relationships, and the real-world experiences that build confidence, belonging, and independence. And you are helping create a community that is better, wiser, and more human because our participants are a part of it. Thank you.
My favorite thing about Franklin Center is obviously my friends.
I would say Franklin's a very good school.
I just think like the environment is a lot better than like other like schools like just like that I've been to.
I appreciate all teachers here. I like the therapists.
I would describe the community very kind and helpful for kids with disabilities. And everyone gets what works best for them.
You're feeling down, like you can get like a lot of support and stuff.
I like the culinary arts class.
My favorite thing to do is math and rotations.
My favorite thing about Franklin Center is gym.
I like to build a dragon here, Yoshi.
I like playing outside on the playground.
I like playing basketball.
Just about everything. The teachers are super supportive and nice.
I just like the community here.
It's a great community. I love the people here. The teachers are great. The students are great, and I always have a great time.
My friends.
Everyone here is strange like you.
I think Franklin Center is such an awesome place to learn and make new friends.
But if I had to describe it in one word, this is difficult. There's a lot of words I could say.
Welcoming.
Family. So fun.
Good.
Goofy.
Wonderful.
Comforting. Fun.
Awesome.
It's a very creative place, full of kind people, all good things, all good things.
Is this thing on? It is. Good to know. Good morning, everyone. My name is Steve Hall. I am a Franklin Center parent, and I'm also on the Board of Trustees, and I'm serving as the chair-elect. My son, Ray, or Ray, as he's lovingly known, is a graduate of the Academy last year, and he now attends Capstone. Over the last 8 years, Franklin Center has allowed Ray to grow his confidence, academic skills, and his sense of belonging. It has also given him the opportunity to mentor younger students as a summer intern over the past 2 summers. So this morning, I am joined by 2 seniors from Franklin Academy who are members of the Student Council. Would you please introduce yourselves and tell us how long you've been at Franklin Center? Addison, why don't you start?
I'm Addison Isold, and I've been at Franklin for 4 years.
Howdy, my name's Alex, and I've been at Franklin for 4 years too.
Alex, I didn't realize you were from the South. Nice to see you.
Howdy.
So what do you guys think of the program so far?
It's good.
Pretty
I
good.
like it, yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. So, what are your plans for next year? Alex, why don't you start?
Well, my plans is going to Capstone and obviously seeing my old friends like Ray and Parker, because, you know, seeing my old friends, probably hanging out with them. So yeah, obviously seeing new friends I'm excited to see. So yeah.
Thank you. And Addison, how about you?
I'm looking forward to pestering Ray. Also seeing Parker.
So you're going to Capstone as well?
Yeah, I'm also going to Capstone.
Okay. We've got two future Capstone participants here. I got to say, Ray loves Capstone, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it too. Hey, Addison, can you tell us a little bit about what is Student Council?
So yeah, our Student Council is a group of high schoolers who come together once a month, and we plan activities for the school and our community.
Great, thank you. And what do each of you like about being on the Student Council? Alex, why don't you start us off?
I don't know, being chaotic. I don't know, it's like, you know, just being myself and probably just communicating with a lot of my friends. So,
excellent. Yeah. Addison, how about you? What do you like about being on the Student Council?
I guess I would say I like being able to help our school and our community and like make new friends and being able to express my ideas.
Excellent. So Alex, I understand the Student Council puts on some fun activities. Can you tell us a little bit about, say, Spirit Week and Candygrams?
Well, Spirit Week is usually when, like, during a holiday, so like Halloween, we did like a week full of like themes. So like Monday, maybe like PJ Day, and then like Tuesday, dress up as a teacher, and then Wednesday, obviously Wacky Wednesday. So yeah, and then Candygrams is when we did it during Valentine's Day, where you buy a candygram for probably about $1, and then you give it to someone, and you can put your name on it, or you can do it anonymously.
Yeah, those sounds like a lot of fun. So Addison, you don't just do fun things, right? You also do some things that help the community. Can you tell us about the food drive, for example?
Yeah, so we did a food drive around Thanksgiving, and we did it a little bit fun. So we made it a little bit of a competition throughout the whole school. And if you donated certain higher need item, like gluten-free or teen emergency items, you could get 2 extra feathers. And then we donated 826 pounds of food, and we took it to the food shelf in Golden Valley, and it was really a successful event.
Awesome. That's amazing. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I gotta say, I just think that leadership that you guys are both showing and this whole student council is really awesome. So, but what do you think is most important about the reason why we have a student council at Franklin Academy? Do you want to start, Alex?
No.
Okay. Good answer. Addison, what do you think? Why is it important that we have a student council at Franklin Academy?
So I think it's important because we can come together as a high school and express our ideas and make new friends and do fun things, and we can become really creative and help our community grow and our school.
Awesome. Well, thank you both for having the courage to come up here and talk with me this morning in front of this lovely audience. And I think we should give them both a hand.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just stay right
Thank you.
here. Just stay right here.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm Jeffrey Bezos. Thank you.
Thank you again, guys. Is this thing on? Yes, it is. Okay. So, so this morning, I have to say, what a wonderful program. I'm just filled with gratitude this morning. I'm grateful for the students and the other speakers who've come up here this morning and shared their stories and talked about the work that is done here at Franklin Center. I'm grateful for the amazing faculty and the staff who works with the Franklin students, the clients, and the participants. And I'm very, very grateful for the dedicated volunteers in the staff committee led by Tina Lamb, who put on this amazing breakfast. And I'd also like to acknowledge 3 particular staff members who really put on an extraordinary effort. First of all, our brand new, well, not so brand new, but relatively new, donor engagement manager, Lizzie Esposito. She was really made this so easy. The second person I want to mention and call out is our amazing administrative coordinator at Franklin Center, Courtney Berthium. Courtney sits in all of our board meetings, and she makes sure that Kim stays on schedule, and she's just incredible. And she was also one of Ray's teachers earlier, and she's moved from being a teacher into the administration, which is amazing. I love the career growth that you enable people, Kim. And the final person I want to call out especially is someone that I can't imagine Franklin Center operating without, and that is our amazing executive director, Kim Snow. Kim Snow, thank you for everything you do.
Woo!
Kim, you work so hard, and you make it look so easy. It's amazing. She does, yeah? That's yeah. Well, and I'm also very grateful for everyone here in the audience this morning. The Minds of All Kinds breakfast is the #1 fundraiser that we have at Franklin Center. We don't do galas, we don't do silent auctions, we don't do live auctions. We do this breakfast, and we do it in exactly an hour, and I'm almost out of time. So, and your gifts will be used to fund scholarships and to meet the other financial needs of the neurodiverse community. This place changes lives, and the money we raise here today will help families get the support they need who might otherwise not be able to access all of our services. There are QR codes all over the place. at your tables, online, on the screen here. You can make an online donation if you'd like. For those of us who like to make a check donation, there are also envelopes at your table captains at your tables that you can hand out, and you can put a check in there. And table captains, please collect those envelopes and put them into the manila envelope and hand them to either Lizzie or Courtney, wherever she is. There she is, on the way out. Now, while you're getting your phones and checkbooks out, I have a very exciting announcement to make. We have 2 grants this morning. The first grant, it's actually a challenge grant, is from the Richard M. Schultz Family Foundation. They have awarded us $16,000, a challenge grant, for new and increased donations. Thank you, Richard M. Schultz Family Foundation. And in addition to that, we have 3 anonymous donors who will match any donation up to $34,000. So that means we can raise an additional $50,000 or $100,000 total right here this morning, thanks to these opportunities. So, and we appreciate any gift and every gift, regardless of the size. It'll make a big difference for our families here at Franklin Center. Thank you so much for starting your day with us, and please save the date for next year's breakfast, Thursday, May 6th, 2027. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day, and thanks for coming.
We love you, man.